Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. It is Sunday evening or late evening, and of course there's no better way to end the weekend than with a little solo role-playing. And so after our little trip down superhero lane, when we played or started a little Batman inspired fantasy series, I'm now back to my regular game of tiny d6 or tiny dungeons that I use to play the Keep on the Shadowfell adventure. So our intrepid heroes, consisting of Nathan Wayne, my player character and main protagonist, Harper Agent, and Yamil, captain of the Winterhaven Militia, Marissa, outdoors woman and scout, militia scout, and Adele, traveling mage. And last episode we made our way through a undead or zombie infested area, and now we make our way deeper into the dungeon. We're not in too good shape, so except Adele, who's down to 2 hit points, all of us are at 4 hit points. And let me get the dungeon map out here. All right, so this is the dungeon map. We made our way through this goblin area down this stairway, and then we immediately turned south, and this was the chamber with the undead zombies. And now we are leaving this chamber and approaching this hallway here, and this is area 7. So without further ado, let me just go to area 7 and see what awaits. So marching order, Adele, she's carrying the torch because she only needs one hand to cast and hold her staff. Marissa, she needs 2 hands to use her bow. He needs 2 hands for his 2-handed sword, heavy weapon. I need 2 hands to wield my shield. I'm a shield bearer, and so this is my trait that allows me to more easily evade enemy damage by parrying it. And so we enter area 7. Okay, so when the adventurers enter the chamber, read 10 massive stone sarcophagi, but we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 because we don't see these ones yet, because I had to because I didn't have enough room here, had to change the setup a little. All right, so 4 on each wall, so 8 massive stone sarcophagi. 4 on each wall line this crypt. The sarcophagi are granite and contain relief images of human warriors in plate armor. To the east, which is this way, the crypt opens into a higher, wider area from which a starry glow emanates. Okay, so this is actually a dark area, but Adele, she's carrying a torch, but there's like a little dim light in this area here. So this area is illuminated and we can't see where this light is coming from. So it also states here, features of the area: illumination, dim light. At the start of the encounter, silvery white light dimly illuminates the eastern section of this area, while the western section remains dark. Okay. Okay. So this is yeah, where we enter. Okay, so I take a quick peek down this hallway. I can't see much because the torchlight only maybe illuminates this little area here. It looks quiet. There are sarcophagi leaned or standing against the walls. But so far everything seems quiet. Let's hope that it stays this way. So, quick. Let's head over to this illuminated area here. Okay. So, we move cautiously into this hallway. So we first step into this hallway, and Adele, she uses the torch to illuminate a little more from the area ahead. And let's make a roll to see, even though it's not stated in the adventure, but to add a little uncertainty, let's roll if there's maybe a trap hidden someplace in this hallway. So on a 1 or 2 on a d6, because this is tiny d6, we might as well use a d6. On a 1 or 2, yes. All right, so there's a hidden trap someplace in this area. So these squares here, they trigger a hidden trap. And what do they trigger? Yeah, they trigger crossbow bolt traps here, and also here. So they're like crossbow bolts, so little holes in the wall that are hard to see in this dim illumination. And if we step onto these plates, they're triggered and crossbow bolts shoot at us. But we don't know this yet. However, we do have a scout with us, Marissa, and she is perceptive, but she does not roll with advantage because of the dim light, but also not with disadvantage. She makes a normal test. Let's see if she spots anything suspicious. So I'm also insightful, but this is more like intuition, and I'm vigilant. This is more for initiative. So the trait I would actually need is perceptive, I think it is called. But Marissa, she's a scout, a militia scout. She is perceptive, so she can make a test, and she succeeds. So we cautiously move forward, and just before I take another step, she goes, "Wait, there's something off about this floor panel." "Are you sure?" "Yeah, let's investigate." All right, so we cower, and I go like, "Adele, please give me some more light here." So she lowers the torch in between us, and we take a look at the floor. And now that we have more light and can closely examine it, since Marissa passed the test, we see that there is indeed a pressure or a trigger plate. And I go like, damn, Marissa, you got really good senses. The militia is lucky to have you as a scout. And Yamil goes, yeah, that's right. She has served us very well so far. She continues to do so. And Marissa goes, well, I'm almost flattered. Thank you. So, what do you think? How far or how large is this trigger plate? About 10 feet, 3 meters, I think. Okay, so I think we can just jump over it with a little head start or running start. Yep, we probably can. All right, then, so we all make a little running start, and we jump over those trigger plates. So we jump over, we don't trigger them, but as soon as we have passed these sarcophagi, suddenly, let me read. When any adventurer first passes between the two center sarcophagi to the east of the entry hall, read, concussive bangs sound throughout the crypt as each sarcophag's lid slams open. Clattering, clicking bones grope outward from each open tomb. And also, when the PCs can see the eastern section, which is this section, read, silvery white light from above suffuses this wide section of the crypt. A dome above the area depicts a fantastic regal dragon with silver scales in flight across an endless sky. An altar stands on either side, in my case only on one side of the area, inscribed with elaborate script. Relief images of soldiers in plate armor on their knees in prayer appear on the walls behind the altar. So here we got this wall painting, this altar, so there's this dome ceiling, and we got a problem because those sarcophagi, they burst open, and so these are Pathfinder Pawns skeletons. They burst open. And in front of us also two. So these are skeletal warriors. They're a little bit tougher, also from Pathfinder Pawns. Oops. They're the skeletal champions. So this is fitting. Two of them. And different pose, also Pathfinder Pawns. More skeletons. And these are skeletons. They have short bows and long swords. And these skeleton warriors, they wear chainmail armor, have long swords, and a shield. So we just landed after jumping as these lids blast open and they come out. And it is time to roll initiative. and I'm using my method of rolling for the players and then alternating, and everybody that has acted is turned this way. I got my little focus and evade tokens here. Okay, so initiative, and Nathan, he's rolling for the group because he is vigilant, and it is better to stay ready than to get ready. And I'm lucky. 3, 4, 5, 1, 5, 1 success. So we do have the initiative, and we can activate first. All right, so Adele, she's in pretty bad shape. She needs to get out of danger. So what we will do is, I think, we will try to establish like a chokehold here. So Adele, she takes her move, 5 squares, 25 feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she just moves with her first action, move. And with her second action, she tries again to transfix, to block, to bind up to 2 skeletons. So she is making a normal test, and for every success, she can bind one of these weaker skeletons. Let's see if she succeeds, because actually that was a pretty neat tactic. But she doesn't. So she is injured and weakened. So she tries to concentrate, but the words, they just don't come to her, and she's not able to manipulate the arcane threads to entangle these skeletons in arcane energy. And now the skeletons can take a first activation. All right, now let's get some stats ready here. So these weaker skeletons, they are fodder enemies. They only have 1 hit point. So I don't need to keep track of them. They have only 1 hit point, but they do have a ranged attack. And these skeleton warriors, they have 3 HP each. So Skeleton Warrior 1, Skeleton Warrior 2. They have 3 HP, and Skeleton Warrior 1 will activate, move, take 1 move, and attacks Nathan with his longsword. But I'm not giving them the mastery, so they only test 2d6. It'll be hard enough as it is, I fear. So he attacks, and he misses, luckily. 3 and 4. All right, now it's our turn again with 1 activation. Okay. So Ymil, I said we want to establish a chokehold here. So Ymil, he will take a move, 1, 2, 3, and he will, as a second action, take the evade action to get ready to defend Adele. And yeah, this is our activation. Now, the enemies. This skeleton warrior moves towards him because he just moved. He saw movement. They're not very intelligent. So he goes 1, 2, 3 and attacks also longsword. And because Ymil is the black die, he evades. I can test if I would avoid any possible damage. Look at this. I managed to evade because he also managed to hit. So there's this metallic clang as this longsword, pang, is parried by the two-handed sword by Ymil. Alright, so then this evade stays in effect until Ymil's next turn. Now our turn again with one activation. So Marissa, she will activate and shoot her bow at the nearest skeleton. She has mastered her bow. Aiming for the skull. Yes, 146. So the skeleton goes down because they only have one hit point. And now she can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She moves. I would have loved for her to move over here, but not enough movement left. All right, now skeletons. I'm activating the nearest one, this one, and it moves 1, 2, and triggers the trap, of course. So boom, all these. Maybe I'm lucky. So these traps. So it was actually good that there was a trap. Let's see if one of the bolts hits. Yes, 6, 5. So he moves and is peppered by 4 crossbow bolts that take him down, shooting the skull of his bones. All right, the final activation, that'll be Nathan. And yeah, so we actually, do we want to fight? No, we can maybe retreat through this door. But let's deal some damage in the process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can make it up to here. So I'm activating, and I first attack with the longsword that I have mastered. Versus this skeleton warrior, and this is number 1 because I made a pencil mark there. Yes, 1 hit. So skeleton warrior 1 takes 1 point of damage. Down to 2 hit points, and now I get to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I could move 5, but I want to keep Adele safe. All right, and now the other skeletons, they move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and second move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they advance. And these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, everybody has acted. The round is over. We would re-roll initiative. So Nathan, vigilant for the group. Yes, so we get to activate first. I turn this around. Everybody, this is like the slot where the pawn slots into. Everybody that has acted is turned, and it is our turn, our activation. So the thing is, I think we try to... All right, so I don't know. Like, if you would be in this situation, would you open the door hoping that there's some place you could retreat to? But if you're unlucky, you open the door and there are more enemies waiting for you, and you are basically surrounded. So what would you do, actually? So this is important because, I mean, OOC, I do have some vague memory of what is in this chamber. I think it's not an immediate combat. However, my characters, I mean, imagine you're in this situation. So what would you do? I think, I mean, so far we have already taken out 2 skeletons. So we have seen that they're not that tough. And I also managed to land a hit on this skeleton that looks tougher. So would you make a stand? I think actually it would make more sense to keep this formation, to make a stand, protect Adele, try to take out these skeletons, then open this door and head into the unknown, where there might be the possibility. Damn, this is a difficult decision, but I think I will go with I think it would make more sense in this situation to not run into an unknown, possibly dangerous area and risk being surrounded. Or maybe trigger a trap or whatever. So I think actually it would make more sense for us here to make a stand. So this is what we will do. All right, so this is what we will do. So first activation will be Ymil, and this is a little metagaming here, of course, because he has heavy weapon dealing 2 points of damage, so he will attack the skeleton warrior, but it makes also sense in the fiction because this warrior, he looks he is heavier armored because he's wearing chainmail armor. They just wear like armor scraps, and he just looks more dangerous. So I will attack him. That'll be skeleton warrior number 2 with my two-handed sword. Hopefully dealing 2 points of damage. Oh yeah, 1, 4, 5. 1 success, that is enough. So this guy is down to 1 hit point, but still standing. And my second action is again refreshing my evade. All right, the enemies. This enemy, the skeleton warrior, will activate before he's dead and retaliate. So let's do this again with my evade. So there's this clanking of metal as the blade. Oh damn! So it's a hit, but I did not manage to evade. So Ymil takes a hit, which takes him down to 3 hit points. So this is my little notebook here where I keep track of the player characters or the party's hit points. He grits his teeth, and now it's our turn again to activate. All right. Now metagaming here. This is as soon as you put pawns on the table, it somehow gets tactical. So metagaming, I know these have 1 hit point, and she can take 2 actions. So she's dropping her bow, which is a free action. She also has a short sword, but she has not mastered the short sword actually. All right, let's go by the book. So she is proficient in ranged weapons and mastered the bow. So she actually attacks with disadvantage, but she uses her 2 actions to attack. So I'm rolling 2 dice. Every die is a oh no, I do it afterwards. So first attack, the guy right in front of her, the skeleton. No. Second attack, same skeleton. Yes, 5. That's a success. 5 or 6 is a success. Only 1 hit point because it's a fodder enemy. So with her short sword, she takes off the skull, and once the skull is gone, the skeleton crumbles into a heap of bones. All right, the enemies. This enemy here is attacking. I'll roll off between Ymil and so 1, 2, 3 is Ymil. Otherwise, it's Marissa. 1, 2, 3 is Ymil. Oh, 6, it's Marissa. Would be better if it would be Emil because of his evade, but it is Marissa. All right, so with this rusty short sword, sadly Marissa didn't evade. Oh, and look at this, it's a hit. So Marissa is also down to 3 HP. Oh, and the critical hit or critical success is a critical hit. You have to roll all 6s, but you can also not have disadvantage. So if you have only 1 die, you can score critical hit. Okay, so yeah, our turn again. So Marissa was hit, and she has acted. So who do we have? All right, so damn, I should have tried with Adele first to transfix. So again, she tries to cast the spell again, or of course she can also make a magical bolt attack to try to take these guys out. I think this is better because if she manages to take them out, if she binds them, she can't do anything else because she's got to keep concentrating. If they're gone, they're gone. So she activates Adele and tries to conjure an arcane bolt. First action. Yes, it's a hit. So a blue bolt of arcane energy streaks forth from her fingers and blam, slaps this skeleton into the chest, and it bursts into a splintered pile of bones. Second action, bolt attack against this skeleton here. Yes, and another success. So again, this blue streak of arcane energy hits her. Now the enemies, the skeleton warrior number 1, slightly damaged. It's his turn, its got to move and make an attack against Nathan. I didn't evade. Ah, lucky, it misses. 1 and 2. All right, and I'm the last one to act. First attack, mastered longsword versus skeleton warrior number 1 it is. So he's got 2 hit points left, but I got 2 actions. Maybe I can take him out. First action. Yes, it's a hit. All right, down to 1 HP. Second action. Come on, you can do it. Second action. Yes, 2, 3, 6. So second action also a hit. So this skeleton warrior crumbles into a pile of bones. So we all have acted. There's no moral here, they're undead. So I roll initiative with Vigilant, and we start the next combat round. Let's see. And we do get the initiative, so I turn this around and we can activate first. So we got a total of 2 hit points left on the table. So I think it's better to activate Adele first, because Marissa, she dropped her bow. He can only make 1 attack. I have to move, but she can make ranged attacks, 2 of them bolt attacks, and from her position, and could take out both remaining enemies. So this time Adele is going to activate first and casts again, tries bolt attacks, makes a normal test. First against the skeleton here. And look at this, 2 6s would be a critical hit, dealing another point of damage. However, Not necessary because only 1 point. And then again against this remaining skeletal warrior. Come on, Adele, you can do it. She concentrates. Yes, and there's the 6. Bam! So that went actually pretty well. But this is a battle of attrition here, because now I got 2 people with 3 hit points, Adele with 2, Nathan with 4. And like I said, I actually need 1 hour of sleep to regain 1 hit point. So, and we can't take forever, get out of the dungeon, rest, get back in. Wouldn't make sense in the fiction. So I gotta find some little... gotta wing it a little, so give me a hit point here and there. So this battle of attrition actually did what it was supposed to do, weaken the party. So, but before we open this door, of course, now that the immediate threat is gone, and according to this adventure as written, these sarcophagi, they keep spawning skeletons until you do some stuff, but I didn't use this one. I think it is good as it is. Okay, so there's some. So we examine this area. We examine the altar. We look through the pile of bones to see if we can maybe find anything of value there. And we discover a secret compartment hidden in the altar. Let's see if we discover it. Marissa, she is perceptive. So again, and this time no disadvantage, no 2 dice only, because no threat, and this area is also a little bit illuminated. Yeah, so she discovers 1, 3, 6, 1 success. She discovers a hidden compartment in one of the altars, or in the altar, and it holds a number of small dragon statues of silver and platinum, 1 for each member of the PC group. So what a coincidence. In this secret compartment, she discovers 3 small dragon statues of silver and platinum. And they seem to be finely crafted. They seem to be valuable. So each one of them is worth 60 gold pieces. And so, yeah, we keep them, of course. And let's see, what else do we find? Not much. So we have the 4 dragon statues. From the altar, and it is 60 GP each. All right, so we gather. So how is everyone? Anyone severely wounded? And Yamil goes, I took a little cut. Better clean it so that it doesn't get infected. This blade looked pretty rusty. And Marissa goes, yeah, me too. I got nicked. Okay, so you know what? Let's take a moment here. This area looks safe for the moment. Let's get out a ration, a zip of water from our water skins. And yeah, rearrange and refix our gear and take a couple of minutes to recuperate. Yeah, all right, we do this. All right, so this is what I'm doing. I am taking a short rest, and I'm rolling a d2 to see if everybody regains 1 or 2 hit points. Just give me a little breather here. So everybody regains 1 d2 hit points. Oh, lucky, 4. So everybody regains 2 hit points. Not too bad. So Adele is back to 4 hit points. Marissa and Yamil are back to 5. And me, Nathan, I'm back to 6, which should be enough to continue. And yeah, so we eat a ration, take a sip of water, rest, and then we proceed, or we go to the store. Marissa, you seem to have pretty good senses. Do we hear anything? Let's see. So Marissa presses her ear against this door. So let me check. I think this is area 8. Let me check this here. Yeah, it'll be area 8, so I can just turn the page. So it is Sir Keegan's tomb. Okay, so now at this moment, we don't hear anything, so it all seems quiet. Oh, indeed. Okay. Then let's see if this door is open. Let's enter. All right, so but first reassume our delving formation. Yeah, all right. So that's the delving formation. She picks up her bow, takes an arrow, puts it on the bowstring. Adele checks the torch, raises the torch. Everybody ready? Yeah, everybody ready. And they open the door and enter the chamber. And this is where we will end this session and continue next time. All right, folks. So this is it for tonight. And yeah, as I've mentioned in my community tab, upcoming week starts the Spiel in Essen, which is like Germany's, but also the world's greatest trade fair for board games, card games, and all kinds of analog, non-digital games. Just short of 200,000 visitors last year, and I will be there on Thursday, because Thursday is also a national holiday in Germany, so there's no work on Thursday, and then I will be there on Saturday as well. And yeah, as I've said, so if any of you by any chance is visiting Spiel and wants to maybe meet up for a coffee or some fries and have a little talk, shoot me an email. Like I said, I'll be there Thursday and Saturday. That also means I will probably not upload a video during the week. I will do videos again on the weekend. And yeah, so I will continue this Tiny D6 adventure. And then we will see how this leads, or where this leads us. All right, so this is it. I hope you have a wonderful start into the upcoming work week. And as always, thank you for watching. And if you haven't done so, please do subscribe to the channel, because it costs you nothing and it makes me happy. And as always, stay safe and stay healthy. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.